Welcome, SHARLENN Spiteri. How are you?
I'm good.
Hello.
I'm good, yeah.
Excellent. All right, so you've got a new album out, which is called... I can't remember what it's called now.
Movie Songbook.
Yeah, movie songbook.
Movie Songbook. What made you think of that?
It was one of those weird things where we were intending going to make a Texas record, and last year after I'd done the solo record, I did the 25th anniversary of Saturday Night Fever, and I sang the Von Elliman song, If I Can't Have You. And then I did the 30th anniversary of The Godfather, and I sang the theme tune to The Godfather. And I remember sitting with Johnny, who's my songwriting partner and the bass player in Texas, saying, God, it's really weird that we're doing all this movie stuff, because Texas was originally formed round about, you know, the thing that we had in common was the movie Paris, Texas. And we loved the soundtrack by Ry Cooder, and I Don't Want a Lover, which was the first song we wrote, was based on that soundtrack. And in every Texas record there's always like a little, like, couple of second reference of a movie. There's like a little movie piece in it, sound something, and it's just been like a sort of a lucky charm. And I said, that's really weird that we're going to do a Texas record. It's almost like come full circle. So we had 2 songs recorded, and I said, yeah, I'd quite like to do this. And you know, at first I thought it was going to be really, really easy, to be honest, and just wrote a list of all my favourite film songs. And then reality struck, and it was really hard, because you think doing cover songs is really easy. And I was literally coming from a songwriting point of view, like, these are great songs, they're great written. I mean, Xanadu, to me, is an amazingly well-written song. Jeff Lynne's an amazing songwriter, and has been very influential in my songwriting. And
He's from ELO, isn't he?
Yeah. And basically that was what it was, and then it was finding a way not to do it like where it sounded like karaoke, and then not wreck the songs.
So it puts more pressure on, because you started off, it's not like you're going in there and writing a fresh song, you've started off with an amazing song.
Absolutely.
And you need to do it justice, make it sound like you, but still not, you know, a lot of people that love the original to still enjoy and like it.
It's really difficult, because you're just thinking, oh, I'm not going to sit and write for a year to write a whole album, so that you think, oh, I can do this really easy. And it totally is, because people really hold these songs high.
When you take a song, how do you go, right, I've got to do my version of this? What's the process? I
think the first process is you've genuinely got to absolutely love the song. I think that's the only thing that pulled it off, is that I really love these songs. And it is going to sound different in a certain way. It's like, for doing Xanadu, we didn't use the electronics aside. We kind of brought out a lot more the acoustic guitars and everything.
Yeah, that's what I love about it.
We brought all the real sort of songwriting side of it out more than anything else.
Your voice is so prominent on the record.
Well, I worked with Phil Ramone, who did all the Frank Sinatra records and did all the Barbra Streisand records and all that kind of stuff, and has done masses of film music, does all the Paul Simon records. And Al Schmidt, who's an engineer, who's basically the guy that records every great vocal, did all the Sam Cooke recordings, everything. I mean, he's like, we went in and we did it at Capitol Studios in 8 days, and literally just went in. I had the most amazing musicians. I had Frank Sinatra's drummer, I had Quincy Jones's horn section, I had Jackson's guitar player. It was an amazing band, and we just went in and did it.
How did you do it so quickly, eh? You just banging through them?
We did, basically what we did all the pre-production before we went in. So Johnny and I did all the arrangements in London, and then just sent them through to Phil, and we went back and forth via phone calls and everything, and got everything right, got all the music written up, and, you know, basically went in and just did it. We did 3 songs a day.
So you just vocaled one after the other?
We did everything, Well, we did it all completely live.
Did you?
Apart from the horns. We did horns as an overdub, and we did the strings. We did the strings in Abbey Road, so we came back to London to do the strings.
Wow.
So the question that everyone has to ask you is, how did you choose the selection of tracks? Obviously, you've chosen 13. I think we had about 25, 30. Some of them I didn't. Based on good films or based on good songs?
Well, it's that argument, because even in the sleeve notes of the album is like the sleeve notes written was one of the guys from Empire magazine, and he wrote great song Xanadu, because it was talking about that. It says, but rubbish movie, because, you know, it's a girls' movie.
It's
an absolute girls' movie. It's not a movie that guys are ever going to watch on the Sundays. But whereas you've got like songs like God Bless the Child and We've got Sound of Silence from The Graduate and everything. It's like there's a lot of great movies. This one's from the heart, and then you go to stuff like Top Gun because I've done Take My Breath Away. So it's like it's
there is something for
it's
everyone
a real
as well.
Mix, but it sits well together. And a lot of people were shocked.
I
about
like,
that.
but it's so strange. Is What's New Pussycat? Obviously the Tom Jones one, because you're expecting he's such a and as everyone always says, he shouts his lyrics, doesn't he? He shouts his vocal.
I did Jules Holland with him. Honest to God, I remember standing and doing Jules Holland, and he was doing his rehearsal, and it's the loudest voice
It's amazing,
I have
isn't it?
ever heard in my entire life.
One level, loud.
It's so loud. It's just literally it's pretty breathtaking how loud his vocal is. It's like, but great movie. You know, great movie and a great song. And I wanted to play with that sort of real film thing, because What's New Pussycat is very, very written in a completely different way, a completely different time of how I would ever write a song.
I've never seen the film.
You're joking, Peter Sellers?
I'm not seeing it.
You've got to see it.
I'll have to watch it now.
What's happening with Texas? Sorry,
Yes.
did you ever...
Well, yeah, Stuart just emailed in, so get your emails going in. Our Texas is going to work together again soon. You're actually working together.
Yeah, we're
And
writing.
I didn't realise you guys had been going for about 20 years.
Put our first
When I was
single out in
reading the
89.
notes, because I remember when you first come out.
Yeah.
We were recording at the time,
That's
and I
right.
can remember always watching
Well, that's what I'm
Texas.
saying, 'cause I remember we used to see you a lot on TVs and stuff like that, but 89...
Oh, the glory days.
Oh, the glory days. No, but
the
just
good
brought
old
back
days when we
memories.
were fans.
Go away. Go and do something else.
No, it
Come
was
back in 5 minutes.
It just how time goes and how long you've been in the music industry, because not many people stay in the
I
music
forget.
industry for this long. I don't think. I mean, you're still there, still recording.
Yeah, it's really funny because I never really... Somebody speaks to me the other day and says, oh, God, yeah. And I says, oh, no, 89 was the first song we, you know, was when we put out I Don't Want to Love Her. The band had been around before that and writing and recording and stuff. And, yeah, you know, it's like when I did the solo album as well, it wasn't a case that Texas had finished. We thought we needed a break, and we thought the public needed a break as well.
Well, can we remind us of how good Texas were back in the day? Here we go.
I don't want to